Hi there, it's Monique, the Cali Container Gardener. I'm here today to give you an update on my tomatoes. So I planted these about a month ago, and they are very healthy. And have reached about 4 or 4.5 feet in height. They're about 8 inches when I bought them. And they have very thick stems and are bushy. There are 2 types of tomatoes. There's indeterminate tomatoes, such as these, that continuously grow, their vines grow throughout the season. And there's determinate tomatoes that reach their height, their full height, say an average of 5 feet, and their fruit all come at the same time, and that's basically the end of the plant. But these are 3 types of indeterminate tomatoes. This little guy down here, he is actually a San Diego patio tomato. And he was much littler than the other 2 big guys. And he, too, has grown about a foot. But these guys, it's like being out in the bulrushes. So, you can trim your tomatoes if you're concerned that the foliage is going to usurp the majority of the energy needed to produce the fruit. And you can trim it at the top of the cage. These are being sported with cages. Or, if you see the fruit on higher plants, just let it roll, unless you're confined to a space. I'm going to let these particular tomatoes, one's an early girl and one's an early boy, and they're going to reach to about 6 to 9 feet. So I'm going to let them grow. Down here, they're lifted off the ground. So the best idea is to take the legs off your container, put it on the ground. As long as it still reaches sun and the foliage protects the tomatoes, your plants should be good. I will give you another update when the fruit starts coming out more. Part of the reason why I feel as though we had such success with this tomato is because of the old-timey composting trick where I put the eggs in and increased the level of calcium in the soil. And after that, within a month, they grew like 4 feet tall. These are a different kind of tomato. These are a designer tomato that's really sweet. It's called a Sun Gold. As you can see here, it was a hybridized designer tomato that's going to be orange in color when it finally ripens. And over here is another heirloom, and he is a gardener's delight, and a very sweet tomato to add to your salads or your pizzas or anything that you desire. Just eat it like a piece of candy like I do. So, my tomatoes are doing wonderfully. But don't forget, if you find a side shoot or a sucker, to prune daily, because all the side shoot or the sucker is going to do is zap the tomato's energy, and you'll get less buds starting, the tomato flowers. But in this wondrous plant, it's doing just great. I come out every day to prune, and then when you start seeing those flowers, make sure to give them a little spritz to harden the blossoms, the tomato blossoms, so it gives the plant a hardier base to produce the fruit. So I'm going to back up a little bit. You can see the actual immense size of our early boy and early girl tomatoes. This is just stunning. The thickness of this is stunning. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. I get a lot of questions around, oh, how tall can a tomato really get? But it just depends. It depends on if you want it to grow wild with the vines, or if you want to be able to control it on your patio, porch, lanai, or balcony. And you can trim them down to 5 feet and they'll still produce healthy fruit, and you will have a happy tomato. All right, thank you.